What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the locker room. I am your host and your favorite Kansas City girl, Kennedy Bright. And as always, what's said in the locker room stays in the locker room. Get your playbooks ready, guys. What is good, rookies? It's your girl, and I'm back with another episode. I don't know why I'm in such a good mood. Like, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. But I'm feeling it today, okay? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling a little risky, whatever. So I'm gonna give you a quick little mini life update. First off, wait, I lied. Okay, so first things first, if you have not bought merch, what are you doing? Get some merch. Go to kclockerroomtalk.com. It's the link in every bio, link in every description of every episode, everything. Go ahead, get you some merch. We got t-shirts, hoodies, we got everything, okay? And I'm coming out with some new stuff too for like back to school, honey. We're ready. My favorite, of course, is on the front, send help. On the back, he's a defensive back. If you know, you know. I'm like so like freaking hyper and I don't understand what's going on. The past 2 weeks, I've just kind of like I've just been feeling it a little bit, okay? Like it's just been a little rocky. I don't know if it's because training camp, fall camp, all that's coming up and you already know, but I actually enjoy camp. We're gonna talk about that today. But yeah, I don't know. I've been out of it. Okay. So I didn't get an episode last week. And then this week I wasn't gonna do one, but it's Saturday, August 6th, 2:08 to be exact. And I said, let's record this episode, Kennedy. Like, let's give them a little something. Let's give the people what they wanted. Yeah. Anyways, okay, so let's just get into the first topic. Like today we're sitting on the couch, we're comfortable, we got the Georgia hat on. People are like, Kennedy, where's being your Georgia hat? The Georgia hat is back. I got on this Rams big ass shirt. I sleep in it, but it's huge. We're chilling, we're on the couch, we're ready to talk today. Welcome to the locker room. Let's get into it. So, first off, it is fall camp, training camp, whatever you want to call it. It is camp football season, baby. Which one is great for all my football lovers because, like me, football's back, Sunday's back. That means the Kansas City girls Sunday NFL days are back. Okay, like I'm super excited. I'm trying to narrow down which games I'm going to this year. Like all of it's happening. Okay, you know what I mean? My friend, like you thinking small, you need to be thinking big. You need to be thinking big, bitch. Oh my god, I'm in the mood. Woo, girl. But yeah, so we're trying to go all out this year. It's trying to be a lot of fun. Went to some games last year. Every Sunday, Kinsey and I tear up Dallas. It's a requirement. You have to piss people off with our Kansas City shit. You know, it's just how it goes. And I'm ready to do it again. It's so much fun, you guys. Like we pay for that first mimosa. We get our mimosa craft. We're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna give y'all pointers on how to have a good Sunday. Okay, we get the mimosa crafts right. First one, pay for it. We split it in half. After that, bro, let me tell you, the drinks be coming. Okay, so I miss it. It's fun, so I'm excited. And of course, once again, I do love just watching football in general. But for the girls, I know some of y'all are probably stressed, like, oh my god, I can't talk to them all that. Let's talk about camp a little bit today. So number one, these baskets. Let's talk about these damn baskets. Okay, it's a little late, and I wasn't gonna bring it up because I was gonna give a basket to this one dude, and glad we didn't. But anyways, I brought up before about the baskets like back in May. I was getting ready for it and stuff and thinking about how, I'd implement it into like my content and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, I don't it's a slippery slope, the baskets are, and it's hard to give a guideline for the baskets. I'm gonna be honest. It's really hard because it's something that is super personal for one. It's personalized, So it's hard to tell somebody what you put in a basket. But I can tell you what not to put in a basket. Okay, let's get into it. Number one, there are levels to the baskets. There's two things you have to narrow down right off the bat. Okay. Number one, what level is he? As in, is he in high school? Is he in college? Or is he a professional athlete? Is he in the NFL? Okay. Or CFL, like any of the professional, teams. The reason that that's important is because what you guys give them sometimes can end up basically kind of going to waste. Okay. So I know for a fact with NFL, they are not allowed to take medicine or things like that, like just from anything or anyone like that. They go to the trainer, get it approved. Like it's a pretty big deal because some stuff can be in there that's banned and they not know it, even though it's not used literally to be enhancer or whatever. Okay. So one, those things like medicine, like I've seen people like to do like Tylenol, give him medicine. If he's in NFL, like he doesn't need that. Like he's getting that handled. Like he's getting that from his trainers. Like that's fine. Some people like to give him like Gatorade and Powerade and stuff like that. Unless he's one who literally likes to drink that, like that's his like drink, because he doesn't want to drink soda or something, that's different. But I'm telling you right now, NFL, and I'm gonna say college too, because I talked to one of my college guys. He said the same thing. They give them those kinds of things, like the anything really sports related that's getting handled. High school, I don't know about high school. I it kind of depends probably on the high school. So that would be a pretty safe thing. You could give them that medicine in high school. You could also give them, the Gatorade, the things like that. Like you could do those things in high school. Like I genuinely believe that. That's why I mean it just depends on the level based off what you put in the basket. So think about what he really needs, what he's really going to be able to use. Some people, depending again on the level, like I seen some girls give them like workout clothes. I'm like, he has like team assigned workout clothes, right? I'm talking about, I'll say this, high Division 1 levels. I'm not going to speak for all college teams. Won't say that, but I know some like they were assigned things they have to wear. And I ain't talking about like they brought stuff so like that they could wear it like to sleep. Like I mean like, so you can wear this to practice. I thought these shorts were cute. Girl, no. If he's in high school, that's different. I don't know. I think high school they got uniforms too for practice. I don't know. Look, it depends on the schools. But the point is, if this man, any of the dominant, okay, football divisions, okay, or he is in a professional sport, they have assigned things. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Okay. There's just that. Really think about it, like what you're buying. Do not walk into Dick's Sporting Goods, what is it, Academy Sports, and just pick up anything you see that's sports related and got football on it and says that it's a sports gonna be help an athlete and you put it in your basket. Do not do that. Because guess what? You're wasting your money. They're not gonna tell you that they're not gonna use it. I wouldn't. That's so rude. They're gonna be like, an avocado. Thanks. But they're not gonna sit here and tell you like genuinely, like, bro, why'd you buy this? So don't. Okay. I just thought of something that's really nice. Okay. Actually, I said I wasn't gonna give any of my things away. Oil diffusers. Boom. Okay. So for instance, with the Chiefs, they go to St. Joe and they stay on Missouri Western's like campus in the dorms, girl, in the damn dorms. These big ass men in the dorms. And I know like regular dorms, like in the school years, you're not allowed to have candles. They probably can't have candles either. So like essential oil diffusers and like oils, or even just the oils themselves, that would be something that's really nice. You know, it could help like mentally prepare himself, you know, mindset, sending him books. Oh, I don't know if he's a reader, but I love me a good man who reads a book, honey. Send him in a book. Anything that's like I go into, I like to sit and like meditate and like picture what he's probably feeling, what's he going through, like what's happening. This is just good stuff just for throughout the whole season. It doesn't even have to necessarily be specifically a training camp basket. You can always gift the person that's important to you, things. Okay. So that's the kind of things I always like to think about. I always like to think about the mental side of it. I feel like that's something that's not super targeted. When you look at it, their body is getting taken care of. Okay. That's what the trainers are there for. That's what they're going to do. They're going to protect their athletes because that's their money. Okay. So I've noticed that they are going to protect their athletes. So physically, he's going to be taken care of. Okay. The mental side of it is one that's different. That's one that's kind of every man to themselves kind of thing. Like you're really going to have to know your person, yourself. He's going to have to know himself because it's something that's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just kind of, it's just a little optional. So I always like to cater to the mental health. That's where my angle goes, if I'm being honest. And so that's what I always would do for, oh boy, is things that are going to help his mental health. Journals. I love journals and a pen. Like you need to be writing things down. You need to get things out. You're thinking, especially if it's like his first year, like transfer, like all that kind of stuff. I think those things are really good. So that's how I like to personally cater it. And I also like to do things that fit that person themselves. So when I was thinking originally of like trying to give ideas, it was really hard for me because every idea I had was all catered around that guy. Like that's just how it was. And so I can't say like, oh, buy this, buy that, and like it not fit the next person because everything is super personal that you're going to be putting in the basket. Okay. So it's easier to be like, these are things he's not going to need, but the things he needs is something that you're going to know. And that's kind of like not your job to know. Like that sounds like aggressive. Like what the fuck? But that's something that you're going to know. You're just going to know your person. You're going to know your friend, whatever he is. You're going to know it. And so that's just what I like to do. Picture myself, picture his day. What does he struggle with? What is he thinking? What things does he like? One girl I saw, her man was always stealing her like shower products or her skincare products, things like that. And so she went and bought them like at Target, bought them and put them in the basket. You know, that's funny. That's cute. That is something that he's going to use because clearly he's using it because he's using yours, right? So I think those things are nice. Another thing, one that I would say that I feel is very universal is something for their skin. Skincare is very important, but especially baby or makeup remover wipes. Y'all, get them some micellar water or something because think about it. They are wearing these helmets, right? Long, long, okay, times throughout the day. That skin under there is disgusting. Okay. They need that. They need some deep toner, baby. They need to get into that and just like pull that stuff out. A good exfoliator. They need some face mask. Like, here's the thing I get like, whoa, what would do a face mask? Babes, you may be making millions a year, but that skin's not looking like it's worth millions. Okay. So we're going to take care of that. Think about it though. And that's something that I learned from playing sports. Whew, child out there in the hot sun, which is crazy. I freaking hate the heat. And people are like, Kennedy, but you played soccer and you ran track. I know. Why did I pick the sports outside? That's something that I discovered. People can, a lot of girls that I would play soccer with, they always would break out. And it's because of the sweat. So I learned that from them. And so I made sure to take care, like, soon as you get back to the locker room, like, wipe your face down. If they, for whatever reason, have a problem with some makeup remover wipes, okay, whatever. Get them some baby wipes or get them some micellar water. That's something that's really good. Okay. Get them, and if they get the micellar water, get them little cotton rounds, okay, little throwaway ones. But really, like, no, any dude, like, if someone says, like, bro, why you got makeup remover wipes? Like, he about to put the whole squad on. Okay. Like, I don't care how drip down you are, baby, designer, Dior, whatever, but your skin's not looking like it. And it's by choice. It's a difference in having skin problems, is what I'm saying. There's a difference in legit skin problems and your skin's acting up because you're outside because of the sweat and it's just sticking in your face and then it's in there, your skin for hours. And then finally, it doesn't matter. He could be going back outside after meetings for another practice. He needs to be wiping his face down. You might not have time to do a full skincare routine. And of course, like, not a full face mask, but okay, he needs to be wiping his face down. That's just my personal opinion. That is something that you can put in his basket. I think is universal. That is very much so slept on. Okay. This is what I'm saying. Think about his body, his routine. Think about what he goes through. Like, you gotta sit there and like meditate, like picture, girl. What is he doing every day? What's his life like? Okay. And think about, how can I make his life easier? What can I do to make this better for him? Boom. Boom shakalaka. Just like that. That's all I'm gonna say though, because the rest of my stuff, like, I feel like mine's like really like personal, the things that I do, and it's extra fee for the guac. Honestly, I'm sorry, I'm in a silly, goofy mood. Ooh, maybe write down some affirmations. Give him some affirmations, some things he can be saying to himself every day, to just be putting himself in a good spirit. Maybe some scriptures that are really good. No, Philippians 4:13. I could do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Every athlete says that. I'm gonna tell you right now. If that scripture is in in an athlete's bio, Kennedy Bright's not talking to him because you trying to act like you is God up, prayed up, baby, and you're literally saying the same verse that everyone in this world knows. That and John 3:16, girl, don't play with me right now. Mm-mm. They trying to get you Christian girls, okay, by acting like they is like they besties with the Lord, and they not. That's what they trying to, the devil trying to get you. No, I'm playing, but no, really. So like some really good scriptures. There's a lot of them out there that I really like, that I keep discovering because like the Bible's huge, right? And I'm like, oh my God, like God really said that? Like Jesus really said that? Like it'll be things that you're going through in life and it just really hits. And so I think the biggest thing is to really focusing on the mental health aspect of playing these sports. Okay. It's such a trying time in their life. And so I think that's just like really important. So, like I said, some Bible verses, things like that, some affirmations, encouragement, those things are good. Only if the man is deserving of it. Because I said that for myself. Only if the man's deserving of it. Because I will get off this phone right now and send him a nice little message. Okay. And be like, Kennedy, we said we was done with this man. We said we did not care no more about him. You said you wanted no more prayers, no extra prayers for this man. Why are you texting? No, because I'm a sucker for a man's mental health. I'm gonna tell you right now, that mental health, I protect a black man's mental health at all costs, and that's what be getting me in these situations I'm in right now. So you know what? Only if he's deserving. I don't care. Okay, because let me tell you, don't be like me. Please don't be like me. Okay. Besides levels of, like, what I was just describing about levels of him playing, like, depending on what you get him, the next thing also is the level of what you 2 are, okay? Don't send him a huge decorated ass box if y'all are not, like, together, if y'all not even at the exclusive. Don't do it. That's just why would y'all do that? Don't, okay? The thing is we do not want to scare men away, okay? And so I'm gonna say that. Know your level. Know where your level is when it comes to him, y'all relationship, whatever it is. Know that level. And because you know it, you're gonna know what you can add, what you can't. Now, like a beginner starter little kit, like something that's just really nice, like, the thing, like I said, the micellar water, little things like that. I see people adding snacks. I don't know. I'm a huge stickler. So, for instance, if I know my man likes hot chips, I'm not sending him no hot chips. I'm sorry. I'm gonna send him some other chips that he like. That's my problem. I need to work on that. If he want to eat hot chips, he can eat hot chips. But I'm like, I'm seeing some Cheez-Its, but I'm not gonna see no hot chips. I'm seeing some goldfish. I don't know. Like I know they say I can eat whatever I want. Give me some Popeyes. I can eat whatever I want because I work out all day. I know you say that, babes. I know it. I know it. And then they be it's how he be manipulating me. You should understand. You be at track practice. It's like when I was in college. Yeah, and I still try to eat healthy. Like, what does that mean? So I try to cater not to his bad habits, but to the good ones. So when you be sending some snacks, girl, unless he only likes hot chips, I mean, I guess you could send him some hot chips. But I'm not saying you don't have to send him anything that like he's never tried. That's not what I'm saying. But if he likes a variety of snacks, um, his favorite chips is the Lay's barbecue chips. Okay, I'm gonna just send those. I'm not gonna also send the hot chips. That's just what I'm saying. But yeah, that also is a good thing, especially too if he's in college. Food, oh y'all, it's really important because y'all know, yes, athletes get stipend, things like that, but sometimes they have to use that for like other things. On top of that, we also have to factor in he hungry. These are some big man babes. Heck, you could be my size. I'm 5 foot and be a man, and you're still gonna eat way more than me. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes they don't have money if he's one who spends his money wisely and still doesn't have money, for instance, to buy himself food, that's a good thing to send him some snacks, things like that. If he's an NFL baby, he should be set. Okay. He don't need you sending him food. Now you can send it by choice, but I'm just saying he might not be in need, is what I'm trying to say. But I know in college, a lot of guys still are in need of food because their money, sometimes they have to send money back to their family. Sometimes they're really stretched. So just don't assume. And also, just because he's on the team doesn't mean he's on scholarship, and also does not mean that he is getting a stipend. So don't assume that either. But I know that's still a huge thing in the college athlete world is you being in need, you being hungry. So it's really nice. Yeah, it would be nice for you to send him some food, some protein bars, things like that. Even if you were full blown in a relationship, do not send that man a full blown, like blown up picture of you two. I know we would like those things, but they don't like those things. Unless, I mean, you know your man, so maybe he does, and if he does, don't take offense to it. But that's another thing you also have to need to think about. We are females, and what we would like at camp when we're away is completely different than what he's gonna like. Okay, you're still a girl. Remember that. Just remember that. Okay. So you've narrowed down the main two things: knowing the level of where he's playing, so you know what he needs, what he won't need, and then you also know the level of you all, so you know what's acceptable for you to send and what's not. Okay. But I mean, there's plenty of things too you can send your man that you don't have to send in a box. You can send through a phone. Why did I just say that? Kennedy, shut up. Ah, child. Okay, anyways, let's move on. This one here is in support of the men. I want everyone to also remember that camp is not a fun time. I know a lot of times girls, we can get obsessive over when we're going to talk to them, how long we're going to talk to them. He's not talking to me, this or that. I want us to always to remember this is a stressful time for them. Okay. Especially it really depends too on how good of a player they are. I feel like playing comes in different levels. Okay. So unless you are a player coming in, like a Patrick Mahone, your Ezekiel Elliott, like your athletes who are coming in, they're gonna have a spot somewhere on an NFL on someone's NFL roster. Unless you're one of those players, which it's still kind of rare, and you're someone who really has to like work all the time. You have to prove who you are, your value, and in your position. You're more seen as a dime a dozen, but you're constantly trying to prove that you aren't. He has to have the space in his brain, his capacity to really focus on that. So we have to be really respectful of that. And I feel like a lot of times girls can be very upset. I don't know anyone personally, of course, like who I'm talking to. So I don't know. If you know you're for real contacting him about something that's like super important, like that's the one thing. He disrespecting you or something, that's different. But I'm just saying, try to be reasonable, okay, with how much you talk to him, with how often you talk to him, what's going on. Because honestly, too, sometimes they might not even tell you that they're even going through something. They're having a rough time at practice, that they're struggling with something. They might not even tell you, even if you ask. But try to just at least be there for them and ask, like, hey, what's going on? And not really be on their case if you aren't hearing from them or if you guys haven't been in contact in like a certain amount of time. Like, really try your best to put yourself in their shoes. That does not mean let them use excuses, of course. You know when someone's manipulating or gaslighting you and using their sport or something as a vessel, okay, to get one over on you. That's not what I'm saying. But when you know it's something that's genuinely going on, try to do it that way. But just try to take a step back and kind of see first before you react to anything. Because the one thing that these men will do for sure, they will cut you off. The one thing they don't play about is their sports. Them sports, baby. If you playing with his mental health, you're gone. So that girl that you was worried about he's gonna get with, if y'all stop talking, you give him a reason to cut you off. He gonna cut you off. He gonna go to her. Like, I'm being for real. So we don't want to give them any more reasons to act any type of out of their way. Sometimes they're gonna be snappy with you, and you're gonna be like, oh, you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Nah, he just got hit the wrong way at practice today, and they was talking about him. Okay, you gotta really read the room. Reading the room is gonna help you, girl. It's gonna help you so much if you read the room. Honestly, you're gonna be able to tell. And try your best not, like I said, to nag about stuff. Like, well, I don't talk to you as much anymore. And like, oh, when are we gonna hang out? Like, Samantha, chill out. Like, this man's out here fighting for his life. I'm out here fighting for my life. Oh my God. Today I'm funny. I'm sorry, y'all. But no, for real. Use the positive part of being his piece, not his doormat. There's a difference between being his piece and his doormat. Okay, two different things. But try to be his piece in the aspect of you not adding or bringing extra things. You're trying to check in on him. And I'm going to be honest with you, they're going to be so wrapped up in what's going on with them that I wouldn't be too surprised if he forgets to check in on you to see how you're doing. I wouldn't. I don't believe that all guys fit into a category. I don't believe it's like all these guys are good, and if they're good, they do all these things, and if he's in this category, that means he's bad, and they all do this stuff. I don't believe in that. We're so unique. We're all different. Okay, so because a guy, he could, you're gonna know deep down inside of you when someone tells you something. If he says to you, "Oh, I'm sorry, like I've just been so caught up with fall camp or training camp, like I forgot to even check to even see how you were doing. Like, my bad." You're gonna know if he just like saying that and he really just don't even care to ask you, or if he genuinely could have forgot, and like he genuinely is distracted. That is something that also is different. They are having guys out here all the time who are here trying to take their spot. Okay. That's any level. That's high school, college, professional. There's always a person there to take his spot. Always. That is a very high pressure. Okay. And so I really want you guys to I want you guys to really sit here and think before we act. And Kennedy, did you hear what you just said to yourself? Would you tell, I gotta take my own advice. Think before I act. Really like read the room, really see the situation, and really try to take a moment to understand what's going on and see if I genuinely think that something's just like, do I think it's this or do I think it's that? Like, really try to think about it before you do any type of actions or react to a situation that's going on with you and someone. Okay. For me, I think a lot of times, if you're any girl who listens, if you've ever played competitive sports, you probably know what I mean. That I don't know, I'm kind of able to read it a little bit. I'm able to tell. So, like, I don't know what that's like coming from just the girl next door, that just, the fun girl. That's never really been me. So, I don't know what that looks like to someone who is not used to that competitive lifestyle and how bad it weighs on your mental health. Like, it weighs on your mental health a lot, and they're in a sport where it's hot outside. Okay, baby, it's hot outside. They're getting hit. Ew, you just touched me. Like, monkeypox is happening. I got to worry about that. Like, they're dealing with a lot. Okay, and then they have meetings, and it's just a lot. And and especially too, they're playing in that sport that's such an aggressive sport. That's such a dominant sport like that. And to also think about how they are also, it's supposed to be in quotes in their nature to not have emotions, to not talk about what they're going through, to toughen everything up. I feel like that makes it harder. Suck it up, push through it. That's just kind of how it is. And so you have to kind of give them a little bit of slack and really kind of put yourself in their shoes and imagine what they're going through and how they're feeling and mentally. And I know there are men I always watch. I like watching like different NFL teams like franchise videos and things like that. Like they have like different series. And I started watching them because the 49ers, when they went to the Super Bowl with the Chiefs, that's 49ers had like so many. So that's when I started watching it and became obsessed with finding out other NFL teams had them. And the Chiefs had one, and I was watching it. There's a guy who played for the Chiefs. That man, he has kids. Like he was married, like 3 kids. And the funny thing was they did him and a rookie literally going to training camp. The rookie, he packing his PS4, like his games and all this stuff. He said bye to his wife and his daughter. His daughter was a baby. And then, but the vet, like I said, he has like 3 or 4 kids. Okay. He left his wife and them. All he had was a duffel bag. Was just a duffel bag. He was like, "This is work. This is a work trip. I don't bring anything with me. I'm focused." No, don't get me wrong. I'm sure he meant like he probably talks to his wife, like checks in with her and talks to the kids. Like I'm not saying that, but the point is he goes there and like he's ready for war. Like he's there to focus. He's not there to he said, this is a business trip. Like this is prep. Like this is here. It's camp is securing your spot on a team. Camp is also learning a lot. There's so many plays, so many calls they have to learn. Like it's a lot. Your IQ, baby, it's about to be working. Okay. And so I say that example for the man who was the vet who was married and who had a whole family. Imagine that he has a whole family and he's ready to be focused. You're just a girlfriend. No offense. Like, I'm not saying that that's not a role, but I'm being honest. I'm saying that as in, don't be offended or don't have your feelings hurt if you don't talk to him as much because there's men out here who have whole families and probably don't get a chance to talk to them as much either because they're so focused. I can imagine wondering, what's going to happen to me because during camp, they still can get traded. During camp, they still can get cut. They can go to practice squad, which is still a good thing. There's a lot of things that can happen. And I think the mental side of it, the more reality side of it isn't really talked about. And so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Like I said, do not get me wrong. Some of these men are dogs, okay? And they probably will run game on you for sure. But we want to give them a benefit of a doubt and hope that all of them aren't doing that. So that's why I want to speak on giving them some grace these next. Honestly, the whole season, you need to be giving them some grace. I ain't even gonna hold you. It can be stressful, but especially right now, as you're getting to know new teammates, you're building new chemistry, try to put yourself in their shoes a little bit. And I think from the last person that I was heavily involved with was someone who he struggled with more that mental side of it. So I've seen that side of it, and that's why like I take it very personal when people talk bad about athletes and why. And not in the dating scene as in like talking about athletes like saying they trash as in like boys today. I'm talking about like playing and everything they go through. This part is for you, girl. Now we're going to talk about what you need to do for yourself. Okay, so you listen. I love camp time. I love season time because a couple of reasons. It's a consistent schedule. I love consistency. I love a schedule. I love to know when I'm gonna see somebody when he's free. Like I love the consistency of the schedule. Okay. And I love routine. Love it. Oh my god, I sound like a girl off of Dragon Tales. I'm the kind of person that I really I invest myself in other people. Like I love bettering other people and everything, and sometimes I forget to better myself. So I like camp and things like that because he's so busy that he doesn't have time. So I can use that time to really focus on me. Give yourself some time, girl, to focus on yourself. Give yourself some time to build up, some routines. What do you need to work on? What do you want to add to your life? Like use that time to focus on yourself. Use his time away, him being occupied as a time to be bettering yourself. He's out there bettering himself every day. So I try to like align my routine, align my schedule, like how intense it is with how intense his is. Because the last thing you ever want to do is he's constantly growing in different areas of life, and you end up growing apart because you haven't been growing. So use that time when he's not around, that time when he's working on himself. You need to be working on yourself as well. Now you do not have to get up early to crack a dawn, booty of dawn. Like they're going to be up early. I'm not saying that, okay, but give yourself a nice routine. Like be working on yourself, be bettering yourself because you never want to be the girl who you invest so much into someone else's life and and then when it's time, you've helped them build up and you're still where you were and you're like, dang, he's all the way here, and then he's now moved on, he's left. Speaking from experience, so you don't want to do that, okay? You always want to be bettering yourself, always want to be working to build yourself up at the same time that he is. So even if you two are going to grow apart, at least you're better. At least you've grown. You use that outline. And so that's kind of the motto I like of the whole free agent season. Like, the thing is, there's so many things about an athlete's life and an athlete's mindset that we can add into our regular lives. And when one of the guys I was talking to, he explained to me, he said, Kennedy, you need to start treating life like you do sports. And the minute he said that, it changed a lot of things for me. And so I get motivated by his camp, by training camp. I get motivated by the schedule, the routines, the discipline, because that's the things I want to add and have in my life. And so maybe we could implement those things ourselves. If he's being disciplined and about his eating, like, of course we can eat pretty much, more so whatever we want than they can, but that doesn't mean that we can't put it upon ourselves to take certain things out of our diet, and just be more healthy about it. So do that. Use that time when he's away. Use his routine, use intensity, and watch his growth, and use that for yourself. You go work out. Didn't have to go to the gym. You could be at home, do a walk, like whatever. You can do those things too, because we're still constantly going to be building and evolving ourselves. Read your book, do whatever it is that you want to do. Use that time for yourself, especially if you're a girl like me. I love to cater. I love to cater to like people that I care about. I even say just care about because I don't even have to be with you. And I'm like, let me help take care of you. Like, that's just Sally Kennedy. Like, that's just me. So use it to your benefit. Use it to yourself. Like, start to use that time and that energy to cater to yourself while he's away catering to him. When he asks you how your day was, he gonna be like, dang, my chick is bad. Like, he gonna be like, oh, what'd you do this morning, babe? Oh, I made a smoothie this morning. I went for a nice little walk, or I did a yoga, I did my meditation, I did some work. I'm like, dang, like, you really out here. Like, it's very attractive for a man to see you bettering yourself. And it should be attractive for us to ourselves, but it is attractive to them. So use that time to be working on yourself just like him. When he's in season, you need to be in season as well. In whatever area of your life it is that you want to work on something. That's why I started free agent season. That's what I want about it. It's like, we're in season 2, we're working too. Okay, they're constantly all the time working to better themselves, and we're gonna do that too. We can be better, we can grow, and we're gonna boss up. Okay, like, you sit here sometimes thinking like, oh my god, he's gonna get better and everyone's gonna like him. Girl, you gonna be getting better, you gonna be, and everyone's gonna like you, and then he's gonna be like, oh shoot. Never get comfortable. Bitch, don't get too comfortable. Bet not get too comfortable. Okay, I'm serious, because we'll talk about that in another episode, but I'm just telling you, use your time, grow. That's the best. I hope this episode was like fun and made sense and was actually helpful. I'm working on me, I'm working on everything. So I hope you guys are as well. Remember, he is working on himself, he's bettering himself. We are doing the same thing. Okay, we're going to take that athlete mindset and we're bringing it to ourselves, baby, because it's free agent season. You're a free agent, always, always a free agent. Love you guys so much, rookies. Be sure to follow us on Instagram. And also be sure to check out all the merch at kclockerroomtalk.com. Love you guys so much. See you in the next one. Bye.